Talk about what's good about the Valley is we've got a gentleman here, Ricardo. Sorry, I was going to memorize it before I started. Ricardo Franco, and you're running for United States Congress. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
District 22. Now, where does District 22 cover?
So District 22 is going to be Fresno, North Fresno,
Mm-hmm.
which is about Ashland and north. Then it goes down and it covers all of Clovis,
All of Clovis,
and it
yeah.
goes down towards Visalia, Tulare. But it's going to leave out southern parts of Fresno, your smaller communities along the 99 corridor,
Mm-hmm.
but in the middle of Tulare County, that's still part of the district.
Okay.
So Visalia, Reedley, Orosi, Cutler, Woodlake, etc.
Now, you have some of the most affluent parts of California in the district, but you have some of the poorest parts, where there's abject poverty in some parts of that. Do you notice that maybe parts of this district is getting left out of the game because they're not getting the attention they need?
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I'm running. And one of those communities, if you will, is actually our rural veterans. And so we have Veterans Day coming up. We've got a very, very rich history here in our valley
With veterans.
of veterans and patriotic service to our country. But we need to make sure that we expand to them the transportation services and outreach so that they can actually get to these regional medical centers. I'm the only candidate right now with specific veterans platform. And it's funny you speak about that. Rural Veterans is one of the groups that I've been speaking with a lot.
Some big city veterans, they get the services and resources because it's right there, but the rural veterans get left out.
Correct, but the big city ones too, we still got things that we have to do to support them as well. The other thing that is big is actually improving the transitional services. So veterans coming back, God willing, from active duty back into civilian life, improving their transition experience so that they can come here, get a job, go to school, use their GI Bill, just like any of the rest of us.
Get them back into society, transition back. Some are coming back a little battered and a little, PTSD and stuff like that. And
Yeah, the Clay Hunt bill is something that has been used, that was implemented to try and address that situation. Funding will run out. And so another thing that we do have to do is extend funding on that. And that is
Extend Clay
specifically,
Hunt, yeah.
yeah, that's specifically for mental health issues and suicide prevention to help those.
10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, they didn't have anything like that. They didn't even recognize those kind of issues for veterans, and thank goodness that they've come to the forefront. Now, big Veterans Parade coming up. Will you be involved in that?
Yeah, we're excited. We've got veterans in there. We've got family members who are veterans, dear to my heart. My Tío Polo, as we call him, he's a World War II veteran.
Oh, my goodness.
Which as,
Goodness, he's
yeah,
still around. Good for him,
exactly.
yeah.
As a little kid, you
We need
didn't
to
think about
celebrate
it.
that, yeah.
But, he was out there just a few months ago, a couple months ago, giving a salute to another one of our veteran family members who had passed away. And so it's a lot of pride that I take to have him as a veteran, as a family member, but really as a contributor to our country locally. He's from Dinuba. And so with a lot of pride, we're going to be out there in the parade. We're going to have volunteers from the campaign out there in the parade as well,
Very
too,
good.
to show veterans that we care about them, but we've got a specific plan for them as
And
well.
they'll be in downtown Fresno. Now, you have, let's talk politics a minute if we can. Now, this is a seat held by Devin Nunes, I think. And he's not from Fresno, so a lot of Fresno people aren't as familiar with him, even though he represents Fresno. But this seat has only ever been held by a Republican as far as my history that I can recall. Is it time for a Democrat to take over the seat?
It's time for a change. So
change,
yes,
okay.
I'm a registered Democrat. I believe that I have a platform that will actually improve things here in the Valley. And it starts with those issues that are bipartisan, like the veterans issues.
It's not a Democrat-Republican issue.
No, if you go too far on one way and you start to just polarize it like that, well, what are you actually fighting for when you're in Washington? Are you fighting for your party or are you fighting for your constituents? Now, that's what I think a lot of us are getting fed up with here in the Valley, and one of the reasons I did decide to run. So I'm not running to be a political party candidate or
More of a Valley guy.
Exactly,
Fight for the
prescribe
Valley.
into the machine. But look, I was raised here. I went to school back east, got a wonderful education. I came back here immediately to work here in the Valley, to expand a
Well,
business.
tell us
and
about your
create
background.
jobs.
Where'd you go to school here? And
Yeah, so I'm originally from Northeast Fresno, proud product of Clovis Schools, Golden
school?
Eagles from Clovis
Close
West.
West, all right.
And I went to the Wharton School then, back east. That was very privileged.
Business school.
Business school, yeah. That was a privilege, and I thank God that I had that privilege to be able to do that and to come out of a system like that.
They did undergraduate work there.
Correct, correct. And then when I came back here, I worked for a security company called Guardsmark, and we were opening up a branch here from a national company. And I was 22 years old, and they put me in charge of an entire business operation
out of college,
right out of college, 90-mile radius with a bunch of employees. And so it was different. I've always been a manager and had to be a part of middle management. And what that means for me personally is you got to take care of people. You're growing a business, but you got to take care of people. And the people that we took care of as far as employees and clients go were people right here from this valley, not just from Northeast Fresno, but from Dinuba, from Woodlake, from these outlying communities as well, too.
Now, and what have you been doing the last few years?
It's always been in the private sector. So it's always been in business. I did that for several years and went on to do it on the national level, and then also came out of the Bay Area's tech scene, if you will. And I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly from it all.
So of the valley, from the valley, for the valley.
Exactly.
Now, our current congressman, he serves on the Intelligence Committee, which is fine, but should our congressman serve more for the ag, maybe the ag committee or something that could really affect our valley?
Our congressman needs to be serving on committees that will affect the lives of the majority of us here for the better and what our main issues are. The Intelligence Committee is a very, very important committee, but what we are facing here in the Valley is an issue of jobs. And that's not to talk about unemployment, but underemployment. The economic indicators for the country as a whole are going through the roof right now. But when wages are stagnant and the middle class and the working class is now fighting and struggling to be, can I afford a home? Do I need to pay mortgage? Do I need to pay for health care? And all these other things, that's the things that we really have to fight if we want to see a change happen in this valley for the better.
Very good. And what will be the big issues in this campaign? What will you make the issues?
You know, it's all about income inequality right now and making sure that we preserve the notion of America as it was promised to us. You know, I as a kid was told that we're looking for the pursuit of happiness, life, liberty, and freedom. It's really hard to jump into the pursuit of happiness if you're just still stuck in the pursuit of life and those basics in there.
Just trying to survive. So.
Exactly.
So home ownership, higher wages, I guess, more competitive with the rest of the state. We see a lot less unemployment right now, but people are working for $10 an hour, and you can't buy a house, let alone food for that. So
it's a question of economics. That's really what it is. As a business guy, that's what we look at all the time. You can fight about taxes, you can fight about spending here and there. Every good businessman knows that you have to talk about money going out the same way you talk about money coming in. And for the middle class and for smaller businesses, we got to bring those taxes down on them to make sure that they are more competitive. And we got to give businesses the tools to then be prosperous and then come back and make sure that our employees are taken care of as well and making sure that labor is there as well too. But another big part about that too that we can't neglect is education. Education has to be accessible, affordable, and it has to be relevant to the new world economy going forward.
Good point. The relevancy of the education. Now, if somebody's watching, they say, wow, Ricardo Franco, I'd like him to be our congressman. Where do they start if they want to get involved? I mean, you're going to have a campaign, you're going to need volunteers and contributions, I would imagine.
We're already moving on it. It's a grassroots campaign, so please check us out at ricofranco.com. You can make a donation, which is always important around here, and it'll be well spent, I can tell you. We spend all of our money very wisely. But most importantly, you can send us a message if you want to schedule a speaking engagement for your group or your club, and you can sign up to volunteer there as well. So anywhere up and down this valley from Fresno, Clovis, down to Visalia, Tulare area.
RicoFranco.com, I already memorized the web. It's a great web address. Some people try to make it too fancy and long and stuff. RicoFranco.com. We'll say it as many times as we can before this interview is over. Now, where will your base be for the campaign? So it'll be Fresno, Visalia, both?
It's both. Think about being everywhere. Like I said, I'm from the north of Fresno, but we cannot forget about the people down in the South Valley. Going back to our veterans as well, too. They've got a small little regional clinic out there, but for a lot of things, they have to travel all the way up here just for their basic services.
Right. Yeah.
Imagine being a senior vet now, having to travel up here for basic medical services.
You travel 45 minutes or an hour, and then you wait a couple more hours to
Exactly.
get in, and then you got an hour home.
Yeah, and that's what life is like for these people. Again, I was also blessed to have that job that had me traveling 90 miles an hour around the valley to say, if you want to go to a Fresno State game, it's not like me where I drive, 15 minutes and I'm there.
Yeah.
Some of these people trek in from other parts of the valley. They've got a lot of pride. And so I am personally based in Northeast Fresno, but the campaign's going to be all over the place.
Everywhere.
We've got volunteers and supporters groups up and down the entire district.
RicoFranco.com if you want to find out more information. The signal is we're about out of time, but what do you want our viewers to know?
You know, this is an important election coming forward. We need people to come out and vote in the primary, and we have to cut through the partisan rhetoric to make sure that we are talking about the issues and voting for candidates that understand them and that will promote a better way of life in this valley.
Very good. And as you explained it to me before, in our new California primary system, the top two vote getters, it may not be a Republican and a Democrat, the top two vote getters will be on the ballot in November. So the election's in June.
The election's in June, the primary.
And then next November, about a year from now, will be the election. And RicoFranco.com is starting a whole year. A whole year we'll get to know him. We'll know him well. We'll have you back on the show over and over again and get to know you. And so the viewers can make an informed decision.
And what's important to remember about that, too, being an open primary, you can vote for any candidate, especially me, no matter what party you're registered for.
Okay, Rico Franco is running for Congress, District 22. Find out more about him, RicoFranco.com. Is there a way for them to ask questions right there? On
Absolutely.
Go to the webpage, ask questions. Maybe one day we'll have you back and we'll have phone-in calls or something like that. But we'll have you back a whole bunch of times between now and then. We'll be back with more Central Valley business right after this.